Being an educator was my first choice and my many dream jobs as a kid. My absolute dream job was actually being a storyteller. Well, that and being a princess, but between the two, I don't think one is very achievable. And but some people might say, "Oh, you must be disappointed. I mean, you wanted to be a storyteller, but now you're an educator. That's a very big leap to make." But I'm here to say that those two things aren't mutually exclusive to one another. I might say that those things are very much interlinked. Hello, my name is Carmelita Ratividianti. My friends and family call me Carmen, and my colleagues and students call me Miss Carmen. And like I said before, I'm here to tell you between the relationship between storytelling and being an educator. For that, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself and how I came to be. So, since I was a little girl, since I was a wee little baby, I always loved storytelling. I love reading, I love watching movies, I love listening to podcasts or music, and then I love telling them. I love retelling them, and then I love making my own twists and turns in them and retelling them again, or I love making my own stories and telling them. And it's just something that I really still am passionate about. And I think that I'm really good at it too. Not to brag or anything, but a lot of my dream jobs actually was in relations to my love for storytelling. Like, for example, I wanted to be an animator, because I can tell stories in animations, and I also am good at drawing. And I wanted to be a shadow puppeteer or dalang, because it's very self-explanatory. It's a storytelling medium, with shadow puppets. But I didn't really knew how can I work with storytelling. And life happened, and I enrolled into English education because I'm also good at English. Well, at first I was skeptical and I was scared a little bit in being a teacher, being an educator, because in my head at the time that being an educator, being a teacher is like this very rigid, this very traditional, this very image in my head that I didn't fit into. But after learning more about education, about how to be a teacher, and then learning when I was volunteering, when I was working my part-time jobs as a tutor, and then interning in schools as teachers, it's just I find that I actually really love teaching. I love being an educator. I love seeing other people learn, gain knowledge from me. That's an amazing process. I love sharing knowledge, and I love learning. I don't know, it's a very interesting activity for me. And work. I mean, interesting work for me. And what I mean by in relations to Carmen, what about the storytelling? Well, I find that teaching is in a way telling a story. I mean, I guess for me personally, because I love teaching with narratives, right? I love using examples. I love telling stories that in relations to the materials. I love playing really story heavy games like role playing. I love like making worlds with my materials with the students, and I found that my skill and love in storytelling enhances my work in education. I found that those two things, like, they hype each other up, and me being an educator, it's, I guess, is a vessel for my skill and love in storytelling. And I'm really glad that I found those two things at the same time. No, not that at the same time, but I found those things can be interlinked with one another. And you know, I really hope that one day that I can create more teaching methods. I can share more about my teaching methods one day with a lot more other people, and I hope that in time I can, gain more experience in teaching and also storytelling, and also of course tell my stories and share it to the world for other people can learn from me and I learn from them. And so yeah, I hope that this my story is inspiring. I guess I hope that it's relatable or at least entertaining. If not, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But yeah, that's all from me today. You can find more information from my LinkedIn profile and also my curriculum vitae or my CV. And so yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.